Hey there, and welcome to a Dave Does video. This is on the metal and the music and film channel. So today I'm going back to check out some Babymetal. Haven't checked out Babymetal in probably over almost a year on this channel, and probably at least 6 months over my other channel, ADK Rock and Metal. Felt it was about time. Haven't done much on this channel in recent months or so. Just really fancied coming back to this on my own accord. This is Metalizm. Really, yeah, I did a couple of the newer ones on ADK with Andy and Kirk, and if you want to go check that out, it's a really interesting debate between the three of us because we all listen to different styles of rock and metal, so we don't always see eye to eye, but it does make for some interesting content. Today I'm going to be going through this one. I'm going to be using the same breakdown that we use on the ADK Rock and Metal channel, where it's a breakdown rather than a reaction. So there are certain time points of the video that I will stop at, usually the first 30 seconds and usually after the first chorus and around about the midpoint breakdown point, just to kind of gauge how the song's taking me through its journey, thoughts around it. So there will be pausing, they'll be talking about those sections rather than start to finish. So if you're looking for a reaction or a breakdown that's going to take you from the start of the song all the way to the end non-stop, unfortunately that's not going to be this one. But if you don't mind a little bit of stop starting and discussion points, then this could be for you. Right, that was a long intro. Let's get started on this. So Metalism and Breakdown Baby, or Metalism Breakdown Babymetal. Let's do it. Go. Okay, first 30 seconds, always an important part to kind of stop at. Now, the reason I stop at 30 seconds is 30 seconds is a judgment point where a lot of people will watch a music video or something like that and make a decision, or even listen to a song, whether they're going to skip to another song or they're going to stay. First impressions on this one, it's definitely something I'd want to continue checking out. It's a good blend of, well, actually, I wasn't going to say it's a blend, it's a poppier dance track at this point. So we're not getting any of the rock metal vibes that we would traditionally expect from the earlier Babymetal stuff, but this is very much more in keeping with the vibe I got with songs like Papaya and stuff like that. So lots of I'm expecting the heaviness to come into this track a little bit later, maybe when it kicks in, maybe in about 15 seconds or so. But yeah, definitely something I can get into and get behind. So let's keep going. What I would say is their videos have got this really cool grandiose scale. They've seen it all set up in the last two videos I've seen before this one, which were all set in the same arena performance elements. But it's done on the size of not just like a rock concert, it's done on the grandiose scale of a theatre production. So yeah, very, very cool. Okay, so first 1 minute 45 seconds in, this is very much a dance track with metal undertones, if you like. Even the sort of sweep pick into guitar elements that are coming through there it's less about the guitar elements, they're adding embellishments to the track, and we even hear this in certain dance tracks within the dance genre. So even with the breakdowns, everything that's coming on here is vibing on dance music. And this would definitely not be the first song I would give someone to explore Babymetal. It's kind of down one far end of their spectrum of styles, I would say, because they're really good at blending lots of different styles. This is definitely pushing much further down to so far into the dance element, with just hints of the metal styles being used as dynamic edges, maybe. Let's keep going. Even this element going from like this fairly clean vocal with very little going on in the background, and then bringing in the layers, building the beat back up again. Very traditional kind of dance style of song. Anyone that's into dance music absolutely love this. Weirdly, a lot of metalers will be, even like gatekeeper metalers, as you might call them, would get into this fine until someone said to them it's a dance track, and then they'd be like, "No, I hate dance music." It's weird that they will get into it because it's coming from an accepted metal band in the sense of Babymetal. So yeah, I like it. Here comes the prop. Another interesting part for me listening to this dance music for dancehall style music, not sort of commercial pop chart dance music, doesn't necessarily always have a chorus. And like this doesn't. It's got this instrumental break as where the chorus would normally be. So it's interesting. The vocals are just building up until that break, and then it comes back in with the instrumental for what would be the chorus section. Okay, there we go. Babymetal and Metalizm. Really solid track. I was a big fan of like Papaya. I liked all the earlier stuff. But for my first exposure, like Many's, was Gimme Chocolate. It's interesting to follow the trajectory of Babymetal and how music has changed for them. And it's always kind of interesting to think about what with like Galaxies, and then what's the next style that's going to come out, what's the next influx of music, because on the last album there was so many different kind of crossover genre styles of music, which made it really interesting. The diehards out there were kind of that were coming into it to listen to the Babymetal for the first time were questioning whether it was metal or not, and that's always going to be in there with the gatekeepers of questioning whether they get put in as a metal band. They go to the metal festivals, but a lot of the newer stuff is more you would see it less, or maybe the more extreme end of the metal circuits, but would suit places like Download, for instance, where there's a lot more crossover of genre appeal. Because we see that with bands like Skin Dread and stuff like that, where we don't have like a core traditional metal sound, but we've got lots of blending of things like dubstep and reggae and interesting mixes of different genres that have come over. We see that with bands like now Sleep Token, which are mixing multiple genres, and so it's very hard to define what genre put them in. Now, a lot of people don't like this idea of saying, well, you shouldn't try and pigeonhole bands into genres. And my pushback a little bit on this is it's just there to try and help people understand maybe if they're going to like them. So if they're saying, if you were a fan of this style of metal or this style of band, then you would really like Babymetal, or you would really like Sleep Token. Obviously, as bands changing their genres and their styles, which I'm a big fan of, because I like to see them try new stuff, see if it works. If it doesn't work, go back, try some different things, stuff like that. It's great to see a band evolve. So yeah, I enjoyed Metalism by Babymetal, but I'd be intrigued to know what you guys think as well in the comment section down below. Now, if you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on another video sometime very soon. Take care.